Guys, I'm not gonna lie, I have been playing a ton of Mario Kart World ever since it came out, and over the past month and a half or so, I've had quite a few thoughts about this game, both good and bad, so, I figured, why not share them with you guys, because honestly, I love this game and will take any excuse I can to talk about it. Now yes, this game is not perfect. I love a lot about this game, but it has its flaws, and we're going to talk about those too. Although there aren't as many of those in my eyes, so we'll start off with the few minor issues I have with this game, and then we'll talk about some of my favorite parts. I also just want to mention, with all the things we will be talking about today, the one that I can guarantee will not be mentioned here are the courses. The course ranking is going to be its own separate video at some point down the line. I don't really know when it's going to be. It could be next video, it could be like 3 videos from now. It really just comes down to whenever I get around to making it. But with all that said, let's hop into my favorite and least favorite things about Mario Kart World. Starting us off, I just want to talk about the sticker system. You unlock these by doing all sorts of things, like reaching certain milestones for doing tricks or traveling distances or whatnot. Or, most commonly, doing all of the things in free roam. The P-switches, the question mark panels, and the Peach medallions. But is that really all that they're for? Like, all these different things in free roam, and the only reward for doing any of it is that you get stickers. And the implementation of those stickers isn't even that good. Like, each of the carts has a singular specific spot that whatever sticker you have, it's gonna go there. Sometimes, if you pick a larger character on a smaller cart, you can't even see the sticker. Seriously, why doesn't each cart have just a couple of spots? It doesn't have to be a lot, maybe just like 3 or 4. Just give each cart a couple of preset slots, let us choose a couple stickers, because the fact that we can only choose one is also pretty dumb. Like, I don't remember the exact number off the top of my head, but I know it's at least 1,000. And you can only pick one? Come on. And yeah, I get that it's probably only one because whatever sticker you choose is also next to your name as a badge, but would it really be that hard to just be like, okay, I want to select this sticker to use as a badge, and I want to put these like 4 or 5 ones on my cart? Next up, let me throw my hat into the ring when talking about probably the biggest complaint most people have with this game. Unlocking stuff with the Kamek item just sucks. Like, I just want to know who at Nintendo thought it would be a good idea to have a lot of the characters in this game basically just locked behind complete random chance. And yeah, this does also kind of apply to character skins, but at least with those, different dash foods give different sets of costumes, so you can just go to that area in free roam, get the character you want, get whatever dash food you need for that costume, and you can get that very easily. Still slightly random, but also not really. Kamek unlocks, meanwhile, you can't do anything like that. You just basically have to get lucky. And even then, there are multiple layers of randomness for this, because you have to, 1, hope somebody behind you actually gets the Kamek item because it's pretty rare. 2, hope you get hit by it, which normally, you don't want to get hit by items. And then 3, hope it gives you the enemy you want, because most courses have multiple enemies assigned to them for Kamek. Like, just for example, I was playing Koopa Beach 2 for 2 hours straight trying to unlock Dolphin. In those 2 hours, I saw the Kamek item 5 times, and 4 of those, it did not give me the Dolphin, it gave me something else. That just feels like an absurd way to unlock a character, like, even more absurd than some of Mario Kart Wii's unlock methods. I also just want to touch on the fact that none of these NPC drivers have any skins. Back in my Theories and Ideas video, I brought up just a couple examples for some of these NPC drivers, like Hammer Bro or Piranha Plant, but none of them get anything? It just feels like the entire idea with these characters was having quantity over quality, although they are still very well made, I won't deny that. And for my final issue, I'm still not giving up on it. Dude, why is there no shop in this game? Like, that could easily tie into and fix both of my other issues here, as, oh, you want there to be easier ways to get the NPC drivers that isn't just multiple layers of RNG? Yeah, sure, instead of having to play Koopa Beach for 2 hours in a row to get Dolphin, you know, just go to the shop and spend like, I don't know, 500-600 coins to unlock him. And yeah, this could also work with the skins, but again, if you know what you're doing with those, those aren't really that hard to do. You could also maybe throw some more stickers in there, but at the same time, that could also just add to the issue unless they let you use more stickers at a time. I wouldn't want them to just add more stickers while leaving it one use. And having a shop would also just, you know, give coins a reason to exist in free roam, because right now, all they really do is just add to the coin counter, which grants you stickers, but I've already gone over my issue with those. Once you hit that max milestone, which I already have, there's no point in coins existing at all in free roam. Honestly, I think the best we can do about these issues, though, is just hope that Nintendo actually, you know, listens to feedback, but given what they did to online recently, I'm not so sure how likely all this is to be fixed. And also, the reason I didn't mention any of those online changes, because I actually enjoy playing routes, so I don't mind if they're picked often, but I can definitely see why that is an issue for some other people. But for now, let's move into the positives, because there is a lot more to say there. Let's get the easiest positive out of the way first. This soundtrack is just phenomenal, man. I've been listening to it non-stop. Doesn't matter what I'm doing. You know, I'm driving, I'm getting some work done. I'll just throw the Mario Kart World OST on. How is there not a single bad song in this game? Like, the course music alone, like, yeah, that's great. Then we start factoring in all the free roam and route themes, and dude, in this massive of an OST, how is there not a single bad song? This right here, this is the reason the game costs $80. It's just an $80 soundtrack with a free racing game attached to it. Honestly, I don't even know how I'm going to do a ranking of every song in this game, because eventually that video, or more likely videos, will happen. And just the absolute range of the songs too, like, we've got, what, EDM Baby Park, Lo-Fi Shroom Ridge. They have taken every possible aspect of the musical spectrum and thrown it into this game for some sort of remix, and I love it. But the two biggest pieces of, like, how is this even possible for me? They improved Dolphin Shoals, and they made DK Jungle Parkway an actual song. My only complaint is that, man, I really wish there was an app I could listen to this soundtrack on. And side note, actually, as of about 2 hours ago, when I recorded this line, they decided to add Mario Kart 64 to the Nintendo Music app. You know, the Mario Kart game with no sauce. And it's not just the music here that's incredible, because I'm not gonna lie, I am absolutely in love with Mario Kart World's art style. Like, don't get me wrong, Mario Kart 8 looked incredible with, you know, going for much more of a realistic style. But I love how ever since Mario Wonder, they've been going for a lot more stylization in each game, and it really stands out here. The characters all just feel so much more expressive, and just a side note here, I know people were kind of mixed on it, but dude, the new DK design is so good. I just wish he had a couple more skins to show it off with, but hey, you know what? Bonanza's coming out. Actually, by the time this video comes out, Bonanza will already be out, so hopefully we'll get some more DK and Pauline skins soon. It just feels like every inch of every course is packed with so much detail, which I guess makes sense considering this is an open world game, but still, you're always seeing something new, and the environments as well are just gorgeous. Whether you're looking at a sunset from Peach Beach or looking down from the top of Bowser's Castle, it is just incredible how good this game looks. But alright, let's start talking about some actual gameplay here because, oh my god, the new trick system in this game is just amazing. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I can go back and play a previous Mario Kart anymore. Like, ever since Wii introduced tricks, it's felt weird to play a game without them, but now, I don't know if I can play without this. I know going in people thought charge jumps wouldn't really do that much, and that it was strange of them to finally bring the feather back to races, but they are actually so good, especially if you're on the right course. You know, back in my Mario Kart 9 prediction video, I was saying like, yeah, N64 Wario Stadium, it really just needs to be in a game with tricks and actual good controls, and it'll probably at least be decent, but with everything going on in this game now, with all the opportunities it has for rail grinding and wall riding, yeah, you better believe it's one of my favorite courses in this game. And in general, sometimes it feels like every time you play a course, either you'll find a new route or you'll see a CPU doing something you never even thought to do. Even courses with as little going on as Desert Hills or Koopa Beach 2 at least have, like, I don't know, one feather shortcut now, which it's better than nothing for those, I guess. This just feels like an insane shakeup for the series that, honestly, I'd say they needed, and it's just perfect. Easily the biggest change that Mario Kart as a whole has gotten since, again, tricking itself was introduced back in Mario Kart Wii. And honestly, I can't wait to see what other courses we get in this game down the line and how they'll be improved simply through game mechanics alone. Like, I've said this a couple times, I think with all the wackiness going on in this game, maybe even Ninja Hideaway could be good now. But for the final thing that I love about this game, let's talk about free roam. I don't know how people have been considering this a low point of the game. Like, I don't know, it's nice to just kind of zone out, listen to the soundtrack about the stress of being in a race, and I also just like roaming around. Like, I don't even have to be doing any of the missions or looking for the Peach medallions or anything. Sometimes it's just fun to roam around the map. Like, I'm gonna be honest, there was one time I just kind of zoned out and spent 10 minutes driving from Desert Hills all the way to Sky High Sunday. Had no real reason to. I just kind of did it because I could, because that's free roam. And also, doing the missions is just fun. At the time that I'm recording this, I've actually done almost all of them. I think I have somewhere around like 360 out of the 394, and Peach medallions I'm a little over halfway. I need to catch up on those, but you don't have to be doing those. You can just kind of do whatever. I do wish there was just some sort of final counter for the P-switches and Peach medallions so I would know, like, hey, yeah, I need to do like 20 more of these, or I need to find 50 more Peach medallions, but I guess if Nintendo made them just with the goal of being there in the world and not necessarily expecting people to try to get every single one of them as fast as they could, I can understand not having a counter, but it would still be nice to have. I just think free roam was a great addition to the game, and I haven't even talked about its multiplayer uses yet because it is pretty fun there too. Whether you're just running around hanging out between races or taking screenshots or whatever, it's just a good time. And I will say, I actually have quite a few free roam related videos in the future, both single player and multiplayer, but if you're gonna want to see those, I guess you're just gonna have to subscribe and stay tuned. But that's all I've got for you guys today. Ultimately, Mario Kart World has some not too low lows and some pretty high highs, but you know, maybe you guys disagree. Let me know your guys' favorite and least favorite things about this game down in the comments below. And hey, let's hope Nintendo maybe puts out a patch to fix some of these issues, but I guess we'll have to see. But until then, I will see you guys next time.